Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated post-burn review for you today. We're going to be talking about Bath & Body Works Farmhouse Pumpkin and Spice. Now, even though this candle is being marketed as a new fragrance, a lot of us know that this is actually a repackage of what I believe was called, was it like Spiced Pumpkin and Patchouli? I think that's what the fragrance was. It was part of the Neutral Blends collection that came out late summer, early fall of 2023. And sure enough, a lot of people pointed out that the fragrance notes are the same. Now, truthfully, I did not have that candle, but the people that I have heard that this is a repackage of are Bath & Body Works employees, and I feel like they would have a pretty good pulse on whether or not the fragrances are the same. Now, let's give it to Bath & Body Works for this packaging. I do really like this label. It's really pretty because it kind of reminds me a little bit of Homeworks, in where they do those beautiful photographic wraparound labels, and then you get a little bit of illumination with the flame behind it. So good job on the packaging here. This is one of their standard 3-wick 14-ounce vessels. Now let's go ahead and talk about the fragrance notes on this candle. They are listed as Heirloom Pumpkin, Patchouli, and fall spices. So we don't get a whole lot in terms of depth there. But what is my nose detecting? So if you happen to have caught my Bath & Body Works haul kind of mini review video that I did last week, I did share with you guys that this fragrance, truth be told, isn't really in my wheelhouse. The main reason why I purchased this candle was because when I went into the store to purchase some of the Fall 2 collection about, what was that, 3 weeks ago now, my husband was with me and he really liked this fragrance. So I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and purchase it because I know that it's a new release, and while it's not one that I love, he likes it, so I will go ahead and pick it up. So that's what I did. And truth be told, I still don't really love this fragrance. The patchouli does stand out to me. It is definitely that kind of perfumey, sometimes what in my mind, I personally kind of feel like it's like old lady perfume patchouli. I don't love it. That being said, the fall spice note in here does kind of balance that out a little bit. Not enough that I love this fragrance, but it makes it a little bit more tolerable to me. I do detect maybe some like cinnamon and clove and nutmeg. Those are kind of like some fall spices that I typically like to gravitate towards. In terms of the Heirloom Pumpkin, maybe a little bit of pumpkin in here, but as it typically is with a lot of fragrances, if you are like me, sometimes when there is a fragrance note that I don't particularly love in a candle, my nose will typically hone in on that one, and then it's hard for me to enjoy the nuances of all of the other fragrances that could be balanced out with it, because my nose is just picking up on the fragrance that I don't particularly love. And in this candle, that just happens to be patchouli. That being said, this fragrance is sold out online as of the time that I am filming this video. You possibly can be able to pick it up in stores. I do know that it's a very popular fragrance. A lot of people like this scent, but to me, it's a little too mature and earthy. It's not really a fragrance profile that I really enjoy this time of year. Just being honest with you, I like a little bit more gourmand when it comes to pumpkin fragrances. So yeah, this one obviously not going to be a repurchase for me, not really in my wheelhouse. And if I can just be very blunt, if my husband and if my oldest daughter didn't like this fragrance so much, I would probably just declutter it and pass it on to somebody else. But because they do enjoy it, I go ahead and hold on to it. I put up with it, I guess you should say, for those reasons. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle, because I am experiencing something similar to what I've experienced with a couple of other Bath & Body Works candles this fall. So I'm going to go ahead and lift it up, and you can see the wicks here. They are, I mean, the candle's pulling out just fine, and the wicks are okay, but they're not like a super healthy, strong flame. They're the wicks that make me think like, ooh, are they going to pitter out at any moment? And I'm not sure if you can see that, but do you see how there are some flecks of wick residue in there? Sorry, you guys, I hit my mic on the table as I'm doing this. But you can probably see that the wax pool looks a little bit dirty, and I think that that is a byproduct of this super slow burn. Whenever I see that with Bath & Body Works candles, I do automatically start to think like, oh, the fragrance profile is going to change. So far, that has not been the situation for me, but you know, it could be at some point that I run into that. You guys can feel free to comment down below if you have this candle in your collection and if you already burned it all the way through, if that's what you've been experiencing. But I will say that the entire time that I've been burning this candle, it has been a very slow burning candle. That being said, that's probably best because of the fragrance oils that are used for this blend. I think that if this candle were burning too hot and fast, it would probably alternate, I would say, alter the fragrance that you are getting upon burn. It would probably come across a little bit scorched, and it could definitely compromise the fragrance that they are hoping to be extracted from this fragrance blend. So anyways, the performance, you know, wicks have been kind of low and slow, but the wax is pulling out. I'm not having any issues. I haven't had to dump the wax in order for the wicks to correct, so I suppose that part is good. Strength and throw on this candle, I'm going to give it about a 6.5. Like I said, I've been burning it in my daughter's bedroom predominantly because I don't really like the fragrance, and I burn it in there during the day when nobody's home, and then I can kind of like let it burn in there and forget. But when I do walk into her room, it is definitely noticeable. It's not like blowing me out of the house. And when I have burned it out in my living room, again, it's there, but it's not, it doesn't throw all the way into the kitchen or the living room or throughout like the opposite end of the living room. Now, you guys know that that area of my house is a little bit more open concept. But like I said, it's noticeable, but it's because it's not a fragrance that I love. Honestly, I just don't really look forward to burning it out in the open concept. I kind of relegate this fragrance more so to being a bedroom scent because of the patchouli in there. So this is gonna obviously be a one and done. This is really truthfully a fragrance that I really, to be honest, I probably shouldn't have bought it in the first place because I don't really love it, but I was willing to give it a chance because sometimes, to be honest, I burn fragrances that I like that other people in my family don't always necessarily love. So every once in a while I have to go outside of my comfort zone too. So let me know in the comment box down below if you love this fragrance. Do you believe that this is a repackage as well? How has your burn been for you? Has it been kind of low and slow like this one? Are you a fan of the packaging on this? Feel free to chime in with all of your comments down below. Please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful or if you enjoyed it. Also, if you are new to my channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. I do a lot of dedicated post-burn reviews like this. I also do hauls, empties, and everything in between. I do want to say thank you so very much for spending your time here with me today, and until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.